beautiful, make it beautiful. Age of new beginnings, make it beautiful.
That's what we do here.
Make it beautiful, make it beautiful.
That's what we do here.
Make it beautiful.
And you guys are going to experience a holistic healing lifestyle. So we're going to give love to David and another beautiful young lady, Jasmine. So today's show, you're going to see what finding your happiness and how the process that I utilize to help create happiness in very special people's lives.
I'm really excited about it. I'm very much looking forward to it. I can't wait for the spiritual healing process. We've been talking about it, and it's going to be the first time that I've ever experienced something like this, and I'm just so looking forward to opening up my heart to the spirit world and cleansing myself, because the reactions that I've seen that have come from the people that you've done in the past, it's almost like a miracle within itself, and I'm so looking to get rid of all that negativity that's in my life and just have the type of positivity that you bring to the world.
I cherish that. Yeah, you're going to see that beautiful, wonderful people, no matter how brilliant you are, you hold on to different aspects and different interpretations that we hold from the past. And when we honor it, see it, free it, feel lighter, more empowered, and able to enjoy life a little more fuller. So, exciting show ahead of us. And I guess in the time that we've been together, starting these new shows and experiences together, the Great South Bay and all of that stuff, have you enjoyed the ride?
I have. It has been what? Oh my God! This takes Great Adventure to a whole new level.
Aww.
This is like Thunder Road, man. It's like you're climbing up and you're riding and you're waiting, and it's like the anticipation, and then all of a sudden, boom! It's like yeah. And when I go out without you, and I have other people, they get empowered by me, and I look at the look on their face like. Sort of like the first time you drove a car and you had that big smile on your face, like, wow, I'm behind the wheel. And as the leader of being the driver's ed teacher, and I bring these people to some of my new experiences because they look at me like I look at you, I now feel like that person with a whole new outlook. Like you've taken me to a whole other level of people that is just, the Great South Bay was just a blast.
That was a blast.
It was such a good time. And this is my 5th one. And by far, being with you, and I say this from my heart, was the funnest one I've had. We met so many more people.
Yes.
The people that I met there were even more spiritually attractive. I couldn't believe it. And even some of the people that I re-saw, they remembered me. And from times past, they didn't. But because I was with you, it just seemed like there was so much more of a connection with some of the people that I've been there from over the past. And I can't explain it to anybody. I can't explain it to you, them, or the people that I met. But it was just, like I said, like a little kid going to a ride for the very first time, even though I've already been there.
You know what I think is? I think that I so appreciate who you are. That what I do is I magnify the magic that you are.
Aww, humble little baby Dave.
Well, all our love. We had a lot
Yes.
of fun to show you ahead of us, and love and blessings. Thank you for tuning in.
And be there.
Namaste. Welcome to the Age of New Beginnings. I am with this beautiful, incredible goddess, beautiful princess, that we were having my daughter's baby shower, Dana, and it was really fun because over the years, I've known you God knows how many years, and going through college and graduations and different things.
A long time.
Yeah, and you've always been exquisite. Just,
Thank you.
I mean, inside out, you just like beam with this beautiful, beautiful energy.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. And when you were leaving you had said something that hit my heart so intensely that I had said, would you be okay with shifting that?
Right.
And it was so, I mean, what was it like for you to hear that, and what was it that made you trust, you know?
I just felt very drawn and comfortable to you. I mean, I haven't seen you in years, but there was just something about your energy that pulled me, and it's actually very difficult for me to completely open up to people in that way. And so when I feel that there's someone that I am able to open up to in that way, it's just very refreshing. And so I don't even remember what exactly it was that you said, but it just pulled me, and it's as if you just saw me for me, you know, without the hair, without the makeup, without the clothes. You actually just saw through deep to my heart and to my soul. So that's what it was.
When you had said something when you were walking, and you had said something in your heart that you felt like you were being held back, or I'm trying to think the exact words. I don't remember the exact words were, and it was like, even though I have people I haven't seen them forever and they were out there, it was just like I felt divinely drawn in to show you the energetic room that I normally use. You know, I feel like it was a gorgeous vortex, and to allow you to experience what I felt you were like so ready for.
Yes, and I think it's just been something that I've been waiting for. And I think what I was saying is that there was no longer, but there was just an uneasiness and just some sort of unsettled feeling in my heart, and that as difficult as it was for me to say, I just wasn't happy.
Right.
And that's disappointing. It was disappointing, and to have that feeling and to be walking around like that for so many months and years was difficult, because it's very easy for me in my profession and my life to be able to put on a smile and, you know, to put on that face and to pretend that everything is okay. But I don't want to pretend anymore. I actually want to feel it from within. I want to be happy, and that's what you gave me.
It was the most beautiful thing that when we first were little, you were like 6, and you were playing on the beach with the family, and you were what you were meant to be, this playful little princess.
Exactly.
And then as you got older, you started feeling, okay, dutiful and responsible, and what this one needs and that one, and it's like what I felt like you was, I even when I went to the bathroom, I just felt like this jail, like you were so, I wanted to do these things, but I should do this, and I really should do that, and I think a lot of people feel that, and so when we went back to that little girl and just saying that it was okay for her to embrace life, you know, that it was like you gave her permission.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I needed. I think that I've just been holding back in terms of my life and trying to live it in the way that other people want me to, and what other people expect me to look like or act like. And I think that's where that uneasiness and that unhappiness has come from. And so now, going forward, it changes.
It's like when you say living that authentic you. And that authentic you was waking up in that morning just like so I envisioned that submarine popping out,
right.
You know, breaking that pressure cooker that you would, you know, you have to go underwater, and that you were able to free that responsibility, that heaviness. So I'm really, 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 really excited.
I'm so excited. I'm even more excited.
To just hear what's yet to come. So to give me a call and say, wow, I can't believe I'm, you know.
I think I'm going to now be living my life the way it's meant to be lived and the way that I want to live it. And I think that is just the most beautiful thing. And I'm excited.
And people are already in awe of you, but they're really going to be like, wow.
Who's that? I don't know. Where did she come from?
Yeah. Oh, I love you so much.
Oh my gosh, I love
So
you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Mwah. Thank you for sharing with us. Much love.
Thank you.
Yay.
Much love.
Thank you for joining us. We had an incredible experience with David.
Yes, it was very enlightening.
So it was your first experience of allowing yourself to kind of go deeply within.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I'm still in some level of like a trance type of. I haven't gotten myself back up to
Right.
that full energetic person that I
But yet
am.
you seem like you're in a really cool place.
I feel very calm, and I feel like I've gotten through a couple of layers of the onion, so to speak.
God bless.
You know, I think you peeled off the brown stuff, and you know, maybe there was a little teary-eyed in there because you felt the strength of what's going on. I felt like I was in a trance, but not where I was like hypnotized. I totally understood where I was. I was focused, and I was able to be honest with myself, more importantly than honest with you.
Yeah.
And I felt so comfortable in there. We know each other for a long time, but this is the first time that I've really opened up my soul to you and shown you my what do you call it? You know, my faults. I always try to come off as a strong person to you, and you've given me the opportunity of opening myself, and I appreciate you and letting me have that faith and trust in you to do that.
I love you so unconditionally, and to me, you are just this immense light.
Thank you.
And we all have certain challenges within ourselves that we all work through to become that happier essence of ourselves, you know. So it was just, I guess, a little bit of an eye-opening, and then validation.
Validation, yes.
And then to go through the next steps of really breaking free past some of those blocks.
Yeah, it was very hard for me in the beginning when we first started, because I am and always want to believe. I believe that strong don't cry. That you don't show your weaknesses. That you keep a certain persona about yourself, and you don't let other people see your shortcomings, because that prevents you. And you gave me the opportunity of opening up, not only to you, because I wasn't talking to Elle, I was talking to a spirit. I mean, you were talking about, and I have to, you gave me some, not homework to do, but to write down, the Archangel Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and it was hard, and I remember that my answer was, I went back to my faith, and then you asked me if I believed in angels, and I said yes, because in my faith, there are angels. And once I was able to let go of some of those core beliefs that I have that are preventing me from expressing myself, you have peeled away some of those things. And I felt, I know we ran out of time on the tape, which was good, because it was like at this point I was starting to really get like a little overwhelmed, and I'm glad it stopped. I think the powers that be said David had enough. And it gave me an opportunity to reflect upon on myself, and it gave me a lot of time, and I really look forward now. It's like, I hate firsts.
Yeah.
And most people do. It's like you go on that roller coaster for the first time, and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? And then you finish it, and you're like, oh, I love it. That was awesome. Let's do it again. Now, this wasn't the excitement of a roller coaster. This was not hypnosis, but it was a level of opening up my spirituality, which I've been seeking for the last 6 months, that I've been going through different messengers and prophets who've been coming into my life, and you're the first person that would have been the last person that I would have thought of, that is actually peeling the onion and helping me get through some of the things. And you're getting to know me a little bit more intimately because of it, and because you know of who I am. I'm hoping it makes it a little bit easier for you to find what's going on, and I hope it makes it a little bit easier for people who watch this, because I want it to be shown. I want to be real with you, and I want people to see that it's not smoke and mirrors, that it is not magic, that it is spirituality. And for the non-believers, the godly people who think that this is dark magic or black magic or BS, know that it's real, because I can tell you, yes, as a wrestling fan, I know wrestling has predetermined endings. But I know that this was real because I felt it. It wasn't, this was not Santa Claus is delivering gifts tomorrow, let's go to sleep early and let's put cookies up and know that daddy's going to eat them in the middle of the night. This was the most real I've ever felt spiritually, and I have been touched spiritually, both in human form and in light, in plant form. I've touched a tree and it zapped me. I've held hands with you and I felt that electricity, but this got so, and I, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we barely even touched the surface.
Right, it's true.
You know,
It's true.
and I'm excited about it. And as I start getting more and more out of it, I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah.
And again.
That's how I felt when I first experienced it.
It's
It's
addicting. It's like a drug
Exactly.
in a good way. It's
in a good
drug.
way, because you're really discovering yourself on the deepest level.
Yeah, you
and
made
it's
me.
cool.
You made me bring up things. You pick certain ages, and I don't. And I asked you this once off camera. What made you pick this age versus when you picked a different age? And you pick ages that I don't even have to think anymore. It's like, no, that was how old I was when that happened. That's how old he was. I remember how old we were during those ages, and the things that just I didn't have to think. They just popped up. There was no. It was almost a spontaneous response. I was just trying to think of maybe the words, which may have taken a second or two, to how I want to express myself, or maybe process it in my head and feel it. But it was like I was living it. It wasn't a dream. It was like I guess transformation maybe. I really felt like I was there.
Yeah.
And it was, and I'm trying for my conscience to let go, because that's the hardest part for somebody who has never done this before. So.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Is there any other things that you want to share with me? Anything that I need to do in preparation for our next meeting?
Normally what we do is right after we go through a process, we put a pen in our hand, like right about now, normally right afterwards, and you allow yourself to write down as much as you remember. From the minute you started to the minute you leave. And as you're doing it, it's amazing what more levels of realizations that you experience and go, aha! And you're able to get you even deeper. And you're able to shift things the way you're meant to, you know? So our experiences aren't negative, it's how we perceive them. And when they become walls, they stop us, but in our deepest part of our mind, we feel like we're protecting ourselves. Until you're able to see things from another perspective, so you're able to open and experience life more fully, the way you're meant to. So it's all exquisite and it's all beautiful, and I feel very blessed to be able to share it with you.
And I feel very honored that your spirit wants to give to me.
Yeah.
You know, and one of the things that I want to start doing as we start doing this process to show the world what your spirit is, we have to start doing it in the reality TV world. We're gonna next time we're gonna turn the camera on before we even start.
Okay, you got it.
Before we even go, we're just gonna go on and we're just gonna let it rock and roll, because the conversations that you and I have had are so real and so heartfelt. you know, now we're in a situation where we're talking to people who are going to be watching this, and I want them to see the spontaneity of our growth and how your embodiment of spirit can help me, which I am eternally grateful for, but hopefully that I can share to the rest of the world what the Age of New Beginnings is all about.
I am honored and I feel very blessed. Much love.
Much
and
love.
that is namaste. Honoring
Namaste.
the light within you and the light within me. It's that the beautiful exchange of energy.
It was wonderful. It was an energy, and I have felt much energy in my life, whether it be physical, emotional, spiritual, motherly, fatherly, children, or relationship-wise. This was an electricity that I have that was just so empowering that I'm like, I even wore my energy bracelet so it would absorb it a little bit. And this thing, I mean, touch it, feel it.
Exquisite.
It's, oh my God, it's like if we shut the lights off, this thing would glow. And anybody who has ever held this bracelet of mine will know that it takes away the negativity because it holds so much positiveness. And I did that with you.
Yes.
One day you were in a low place for a very short period of time, and I said, I'm gonna just hold my
Shimmer,
bracelet and I'm gonna walk away. And you explained it to me, and then all of a sudden it made sense, and I got your smile back.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is my energy bracelet, and we're gonna watch this thing just empower it with all positiveness. And I so look forward to the journey that we're gonna take, and to be able to share it with not only the people who know you, but also the new people that will come into our lives, because that's what spirituality is all about. It's about just, I don't know what brought us together other than we know each other, and now all of a sudden we're together.
Yes.
And I don't feel like a leaf on your tree. I feel like a beautiful piece of ivy that is wrapping itself around you and taking all your nourishment and growing because of it. And as you know, with ivy, there are seasons where it goes away, but every new season, that ivy grows back.
It does even
It's
decorate from
there
home.
may be new leaves, there may be new limbs, there may be new bark, there may be new roots, but when ivy grows onto a tree and it walks away, when it comes back, it never left. And that's what I feel like to you. I don't feel like part of your tree. I feel like I'm engrossed as a piece, as a part of myself that is absorbing you. And I can't thank you enough for the time that you take and the unselfishness that you give, and how much I want to give you, and you won't give me the chance because you want to give of me first. And I love you for it. I really do. It's more than I ever expected out of life. And I so look forward to doing this again. When are we going to have the opportunity of doing this again?
We'll create a day next week.
Okay. And for the Age of New Beginning, hopefully this will be shown, and I'd like it to be shown at a different time. But we have something really exciting tomorrow going on.
Oh my God, very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tammy with the most incredible, she's amazing in how she makes live food taste like it's been cooked. The flavor and richness and how alive it feels. It's delicious.
She can make a soy turkey think like a Thanksgiving meal that came out of Windows on the Lake. Tammy Racanelli, for those of most of you know her who are involved in both of our networking, Tammy Racanelli has a company called It's Time to Get Fit.
Yes.
She is the only meat that she eats is fish, and it is on rare occasions, but she is borderline vegetarian, vegan, and yet fish. So she is open to a lot of things, and she's going to be talking to us during this time of the year, because we've been in the 80s and 90s, how to make a smoothie that gives you proper carbohydrates that will help your mind, your body, and your soul, and help your spirit be able to be more open instead of shoving potato chips down your throat. And I also have a special surprise for you. I'm going to hold off on telling you because I want to make sure that she shows, but yesterday she promised, a dear friend of mine, and when she comes down tomorrow, you're going to meet her for the very first time, and you're going to feel the love that she has. As a matter of fact, that is her last name is Love. And we're going to bring her down, and we're going to start taking Age of New Beginnings to a new beginning and letting it grow and sharing what you are here for to give the world.
Okay, thank you. And this Buddha is a happy Buddha. So when you rub his belly, you make a wish. So make a wish,
Do I say that right?
whatever you want.
I wish you and I will be connected spiritually, physically, and mentally forever.
Aw,
That is my wish
much
from
love.
Buddha.
Right back to you.
So as we close this segment out, from Dave King, who is David Klein, in the ring, I always like to go, be there, as Colleen says, my gang sign, but it really is love.
Yeah.
From Jimmy Superfly Snuka the Wrestler, I've just made it my own, but this is with love.
Aw,
From Dave King or David Klein.
and peace and love to you.
Thank you
Much
very
love.
much.
And the session you gave me, oh my God.
That was wonderful. Yeah.
I tell you, after that session, I felt mesmerized. I was almost in like a trance level. I can't believe we were there almost an hour. I mean, I was like, I thought it was like 5-10 minutes we were talking, and I'm looking over the tape, and I'm like, I looked at the watch when we finished. I was like, we were there for an hour, you know. And I went out afterwards for dinner, and I was with a friend of mine, and they were like, what happened to you today? You like look so much different. And I'm trying to bring them into our world. And I tried explaining it to them, and they're like, and I was like, no, man, proof is in how I'm feeling. I just...
And it was nice that they noticed the difference.
Yes, yeah, I didn't tell them where I was. I didn't tell them what I was doing. They just saw it in
They
me.
picked it up.
Yes,
Yeah.
they felt that energy. That was
Yeah.
all the negativity that just got released from me was so refreshing. Like that pool you have in the back. It was so refreshing.
You're ready for that, that's for
Yes.
sure.
After a long, hard week of
Yes.
a lot of fun that we did and a lot of effort, and many thanks to all the people
That's
who
right.
put this together. And you have such a phenomenal show and a beautiful concept, how you want to help people and you want to bring out so much positivity. I am so honored.
I feel so blessed. Like I said, you bring a beautiful flavor, a beautiful passion of life. And it's funny because to see you on a regular thing, you can't imagine you being anything but your exuberant self.
Super.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, in life, there's always us in our reality life on how we take things, how we perceive things. But you do. You have an incredible passion for life.
Yes,
Yes.
I absolutely love life. I refuse
love
to give
people.
up. I am a phoenix. I rise from the ashes. No matter what happens, I dust myself off, I pick myself up, and I start all over again. And this time around has been the awakening of awakenings with you. I really do feel like, and I hate to sound cliche, Al, but I really do feel like I have an age of new beginnings for myself. It is your show and your mission is so empowering. I can't express it enough. Almost too much. So,
Great things ahead of us,
it is.
and to touch more lives. And I think that we're a beautiful a reflection of each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We are yin and yang. Yes. There is no doubt about it. We have, you know, an off the record behind the scenes. We try to put out a good product for everybody. We want to represent ourselves in this show. And it is an honor to be aboard on there, and we strive only to keep getting better and better. And we know where our end result is, and we know what we have to do to get there, and we know that we are a team.
That's right.
And we're going to help each other, and you're going to help me grow as a person, and I'm going to use that to enable the audience out there, and I'm going to hopefully introduce people to you that could really truthfully, soulfully use your spirituality, your priestess.
Well, it's just allowing our souls to shine, and how we both magnify each other's magnificence.
It has been one heck of a ride, and it's only the beginning. It's the first step of our age of new beginnings together. I am
journey,
honored,
that's right.
our journey. I am honored to be part of it, and I look forward to doing a variety of different things for you, not only in front of the camera, but as well as behind the camera, to be able to give you all the things and blessings that you could bring to the world.
You know what? It's really nice having people in life that supporting each other. You know, I come across people and they're just on their own focused journey, and the more that we have people in our lives that pick us up when we need to be picked up, listen when we need to be heard, just being there.
Just being there.
Yeah.
Yes, my statement, just be there. Yeah, I'm exuberant. I can't wait for the next project we do in the next episode, and what you're going to bring to me. If this is just the first layer of what's going on, I'm almost speechless. And off the camera, there's this beautiful butterfly to the right of us, and unfortunately we can't show it to you, but I'm just watching this butterfly listen to what we're saying, and his wings are spread out and he's hanging out, and it's just a sign. I know, because it's one of the most beautiful butterflies that I've seen in a very long time. Or maybe I'm just seeing things from a whole new perspective.
If you look at the logo, the age in the beginning, it's the butterfly. And in the center of the butterfly has a beautiful diamond, like your soul essence.
Okay.
So the butterfly is part of that transformational aspect.
And out of all the things that are back here, I find the butterfly.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
So it is. Until next time.
Yes.
Much love.
Much love. Namaste.
Yes.
And be there.